Ladies and gentlemen, the full moon has me, Star-Lord New Thor 7, your planetary defense commander, in a very weird mood. Very weird. And today is one of those days where, oh yeah, and it looks like there is coronal mass ejecting, like a nocturnal emission off the sun that just happened. I guess that's why I'm live. So, in a time where everybody's angry at everybody, and everybody's complaining, and everybody's blaming everybody, and by everybody, I mean men and women, except women times 3. I am going live. So the odds are I'm going to say something that's definitely going to get me in trouble. And it's going to piss somebody off. And then somebody's going to be offended. But there are going to be at least 3 women out there who are like, dang it, I love the sound of Thor News' voice. And I'm so freaking crazy because of this coronal mass ejecting that looks like there is mass and plasma inside of it as it comes out at us. I cannot say for sure that thing is Earth-directed, though. You'll have to check in with suspicious observers, possibly BP Earthwatch, if he takes a break from playing guitar, fishing, or hanging out, or being a dad, or talking about politics. Or I guess there are other people out there too. Dabu will probably let you know if it is. Okay, what was I talking about? First of all, doesn't matter how cool I am, I always love being on a good team, and I would much rather be the 10th smartest man in the room, the 10th funniest man in the room, and the 10th coolest man in the room. Because if it's a cool room, then everybody's still going to have a good time, right? And that at times you may feel isolated and alone on the internet. You're not. You're with everybody. In the past, in the present, and in the future. It's weird. Don't let it weird you out, though. Although you should be kind of used to weird by now. Oh yeah, let me take this time to do the thing that A, I don't like to do. B, it's got to be annoying because when I go back, I listen to my videos. When I talk about it, I cringe. I'm like, oh God. It's the part where I talk about money. Because you know what? Money and I have never been friends. Never really liked money. Because it creates false kings. It's like where I pretty much survive and exist. I'm being awesome, cool, smart, kind, fun, like trying to add value to the whole society around me. Money makes other people not work at that shit. And so I've known that for a long time, you know, like you can have a lot of money and pretty much get away with what you want. And well, you can only have a society and an economy that lets the worst people get away with what they want all the time for so long. But I don't want to talk about fucking endgame, Brexit, grand transition shit right now. I just want to talk about the sun and women. Damn it. See, I'm already talking about French and Italian volcanoes. But I would like to think the vagina and the volcano are analogous. And I'm not that smart. I went to college twice. And technically, I don't know if I passed my final test. Probably didn't, because I didn't get one of those things you hang on the wall. And I didn't get one of those days where my mom was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. You know, where you wear a cap and shit. And people are like, oh yeah, that dude is smart. He's got one of them papers nailed to his wall. You know what I'm talking about? But that's part of the fucking problem. Because like everybody paid $100,000 to go to college just so we could all get to the year 2019. And then when I say, hey guys, guess what? We can save the world. We can make civilization a better place. And we can make progress start to move forward again. You guys all literally paid money to go to church and school and college just so we could get here, and y'all could be like, no, we cannot do that. We cannot do anything productive. We cannot build new cities. We cannot have jetpacks. We cannot have relationships that are sensible and work. We have to fucking fail, man. I read my Bible, and I saw some YouTube videos, and they were like, oh my God, the Lord, the God, the universe, the divine architect that created all this awesome magic shit, set it up just so you would be tortured and failed at the end of your world. So do not try to improve it, because the rapture's coming soon. And the holiest book says we're all just gonna fail, man. Right? Even the people who don't believe in God or Jesus or Judaism or Islam, like the atheists are even like, yeah, we're all gonna fail. You know? And it's like, oh, so literally everybody took all this education and shit just so they could tell me, no, we can't build a new city. No, we can't get along as a human race. No, we can't all technically play planetary defense and be first or second responders in this grand transition, earth changes thingamadooty. So at times you gotta understand that, like, I've been getting the shit kicked out of me for a long time for telling the truth and staying in the middle when it's either like all Republicans are evil or all Democrats are evil or all men are evil, right? Like trying to stay in the middle of all that shit. I've got like a million scars, and I'm always broke. What was my point? Oh yeah. So everybody's on the fucking TV, man, in their green room sipping their fucking tea and having their $1 million conventions and talking about like Green Deal, green tax, carbon, save the planet. And it's carbon. It's this thing you can't see, touch, feel, smell. The science spent $100 billion on just so they can say, oh, we need to tax you to fix this shit. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I've been talking about the fucking volcanoes, man, and the planetary alignments and the animal spirits and the mythologies. And so I've been talking about the volcanoes and the Ring of Fire. Love is a burning thing. It makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into the fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames, they went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. This ring of fire. This ring of fire. So yeah, I'm talking about the sun. She's over here, man. At the same time, science has been saying, oh no, the sun is a light bulb. There's no activity really going on. It's either a grand solar maximum or grand solar minimum. And the sun basically has a basic output. It doesn't vary or variable-ish at all. And if you look at the sun or talk about the sun for longer than 10 seconds, we're going to accuse you of being an Apollo deist. Both science and religion will then prosecute you for giving a fuck about the sun. You know, they're going to like throw you out into a town square of social networking and gang stalk you for your fucking beliefs that the sun affects things. Especially the volcanoes and the core of the earth and the other planets in our solar system. What's it talking about? Yeah, so I've been like, hey dudes, the sun is changing. And look at her, man. Yeah. And nobody knows everything. Nobody knows what's going on. It's like a fish in a fish tank looking at me trying to figure out my AT&T cable bill. You know? Like that fish is not going to understand the AT&T cable bill. Now, granted, if fishes were like human beings, they could then sell the fish. Justice systems, political systems, economic systems based on passive aggressive, loose interpretations of that AT&T bill. But that is not the situation we are in because we cannot breathe underwater. Okay, so yeah, when the sun acts weird, I act weird, weirder, and the earth weather acts weird. And so I just went on because I went live. Can you guys even hear me? I'm not even going to check. The freaking frog hackers might have already screwed up my audio. Okay. Because they do not want cool men around or interesting shit. They just want you to pay attention to the people complain about men or the people complain about politics. Those are the only two things they want your heart, your mind, your soul focused upon. And all those college graduates and all those religious believers believe that we cannot work together as one Earth family to improve upon shit. You know what happened the other night when you guys were amazingly cool and awesome enough and I was negative $31 in my bank account? And I had to walk 2 miles to my bank at 2 in the morning. It was amazing. Something as simple as walking. It was amazing. But B, I got kind of really sad for a moment. You want to know why? Because everything looked like it, and this is no disrespect to Houston, Texas, a state that I love and a city that I absolutely love with all my heart. But that the overall shit was like built in the 60s, built in the 70s, built in the 80s. Like our entire architecture stopped at the like 90s Starbucks. And this goes across all of America. As someone who's been to the majority of all the cities and absolutely loves architecture, you know, like if it were a fictional novel, I'd be drinking enough and smoking enough to walk around the city for 3 or 4 hours just looking up at all the buildings. Because buildings are both art and pure function. And so that like literally we threw in the towel and our economic system is based on like we can never improve anything. And so that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm sad because everybody spent their Sundays in church and their college education, high school educations, to get to a point where they're like, we can't do nothing, man. Us 7 billion people are just sheep who can't organize shit. We can't do nothing. We just got to sit here until the giant corporate hydra and all the mistakes that were never fixed of our entire civilization steamroll us all. And then it's just depressing that, you know, we to watch technology and even art just stop. And it's like, why did it stop? And then it's like, well, it's profitable. But profitable only matters if your money means something. And we all know that fiat currencies have a like 43 to 45 year shelf life and the dollar's on like year 46. And that the Brexit people, it's all the nations. It's like Game of Thrones and a big game of Risk. But it really comes down to, you know, there are a billion families on Earth. And yes, there are 10 to 100 families that are way more connected and have way more resources than all the other families combined. But that don't matter because it simplifies it back down to we're all pretty much fucking caveman, man. You throw anybody out in the middle of the ocean by themselves, they ain't gonna last. And the earth is a giant ocean. The sky is a giant ocean. And the sun and the moon have been here before you were born, and they will be here after you're dead. And so we now have to figure out how to take our fucking college educations and our spiritual and religious beliefs and turn that into a working system that works for every animal and every planet, or every animal and every person on our planet, and I guess in other planets. Because to sit here and watch what seems like the digital age make pirates not give a shit about the seas and the air, and to make the witches not give a shit about the animals, we're at a weird place, man. We're at a fucking weird place. And so, having to be the guy in the middle that brings common sense back to everybody, at times it's difficult. But overall, I wouldn't trade places with anyone in the world. I like being me. Anyway, so another thing, this giant storm that's moving across the planet, that is just the tail of this massive next-gen hurricane. Yep, I called it a hurricane. That probably made 152 scientists and meteorologists bleed out of their vaginas or buttholes, but I'm sorry, you will heal. And definitely work on your occlumency and toughen up your defenses. But this giant thing, it's one of our new alien Quetzalcoatl. Like in this video game, And even though we haven't made it to the next level, we keep getting the next level bosses. And I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? Is anybody here? But I want you to know I love you. All right, but it's not even, but the weather has always just been something simple for me to talk about that affects everybody, and it allows me to stay away from the politics of it all. Because I mean, if I start talking about economics or war, I mean it's kind of like everything. Everybody's an expert on every subject these days. That's what it feels like. And so that's, at least I feel comfortable in this arena. We're like, well, you know, the cool thing is that when I decided to do this like full time, you know, if it were like college and you did YouTube, which is just a national stage, like a college, what was it? By my graduate school years, I had accurately predicted the hurricane seasons of 2017 and 2018. As far as I know, no one on the planet, out of 7 billion people, nobody else made a prediction that we will get hit by 2 or more hurricanes in these years, and that it was a warning, like we have to prepare now. And nobody fucking listened. But no matter what, I am like the reigning hurricane season champion on the fucking planet. And that our 3 government / college agencies last year technically downgraded hurricane season 3 times. No disrespect to all those teams, but I'm saying I don't think I'm cocky. I don't think I'm arrogant. I mean, trust me, having my bank account float between $100 and $- is humbling, and definitely having my car leave me is humbling. You know, the moment that my car died on the highway at 70, which is something cars don't do regularly. That's what I mean. It's all I stay in balance. What's it talking about? Oh yeah. And so there's just days like today, post full moon, after coronal mass ejection at Earth, where I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, man? You know, and sometimes, you know, everybody is always like, I know everything. Let me explain to you my bumper sticker theory. And well, on the whole Brexit thing, somehow I feel like the energy keeps gravitating towards France, Spain, and some weird Austria, German, like we're the families, like if we're having trouble making progress, and I gotta accurately figure out where the trouble is coming from, what area, it's all like a giant moving game, making civilization progress forward. And so, you know, YouTube collectively is dumb, man. So they're spitting out these old like 80s theories, doing no research. And so I'm saying, like, right now, if you're on the team that's trying to figure shit out and trying to narrow down where our problems are coming from, as far as moving together as a civilization, why we can't come up with a new plan to at least have civilization last our lifetimes. You know, like I am talking about building structures in a system that will last 1,000 years. But like to even dial that back of like, all right, let's all make a pact, figure out how to make civilization last and get better for our lifetimes, our generation, all the baby boomers going out, Gen X, like we got to figure something out. And everybody keeps talking about the fucking Constitution. Dude, that thing is like 200 years old, okay? It's 200 fucking years old. And in the Constitution, it says only Congress can print money. Well, I got news for you, bub. They gave up that right in 1971, or technically 1913. And so, like, the Constitution, like, it was gone. Like, this idea we have of our country, it was gone. So when you talk about patriotism or whatever, you're like, they already ripped the heart out of it. That you need to have control of your own currency and control of the rule of law. And those are 2 things America does not have control of. And so A, and whatever Hydra system raped the USA, also raped Canada. I don't think Canada got raped as much, though. Definitely Mexico and South America. Like, we're all on their lit. Like, we're just the fucking disposable employees, man. We're the cogs in the fucking wheel. Although, things have changed. And so, we have the power to be like, all right, nah, it's a new deal. Because there's 7 billion people here and 1 billion fucking families. And that whatever extortion, blackmail, mutually assured destruction threats they're raining down the line, it's basically everybody wins or everybody fucking loses. And to the fact that we're this close to the fucking brink, I didn't, I'm like, what the fuck is, like, you literally have French volcanoes, you literally have Italian volcanoes. Like, what ground are you standing on? Other than, the people that are like bluffing themselves, the people that are like trying to pick up the nickels in front of the steamroller. That's all I'm asking. It's like, A, I'm just trying to figure out what your plan is, and B, what fucking ground are you standing on, man? That we need good human energy, and we are losing animals like fucking crazy. And so, like I said, basically, the modern entertainment, since we don't have rock and roll, and literally like one of the last few people to pick up a guitar, Ryan Adams, they're going after him. I mean, how long before they, any type of male that people liked at some point, they're going to drag him out and be like, haha, no. The digital net caught everybody as a sinner. And that somehow, in some way, there's some moment in your history where you got caught digital, that if they leaked it to the entire world, you're going to hate life after that. And so, like, that is literally the king of our world right now. That type of extortion system where one of the sectors, which is non-national, is the, like, hacker, the data kings, where they're like, data is the new oil. We are the new kings. Like, yeah, well, fucking hackers, man. Every hacker I've ever known, and I've known quite a few. Oh, I don't code because I'm a screenwriter poet, and I know coding fucks up your mind, man. I prefer the word over math, for sure. Anyway. See, but yeah, I'm the best screenwriter on the planet, so I don't want to fuck up my gift as a screenwriter just to learn to code. Anyway, what was I talking about? But yeah, so every hacker I've known has been prone to A, fire, B, water, fire meaning magma, lack of oxygen, like, and so I don't know how you guys can be paying attention to this situation and still feel so cocky when all your cockiness comes from your absolute and total digital domination. And I get it, like, you've got me in a fucking chokehold at all times as far as where my information goes. And even my bank accounts and PayPal or Patreon, like, yeah, you got me by my balls handcuffed in every fucking way possible. You control that shit. I will give you that. But how good is that in a time where we can barely even keep our power grid up and Mother Nature is leveling up faster, than we can do anything. I mean, at least at the rate we're going. This is like the thing going on in the Atlantic. Like, I'm watching this shit just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like everybody else is just stuck in place. They're like, hell no, I'm having too much fun talking about politics or complaining about men, so I'm just going to stay in this mental zone forever. Where, and like, even like I said, the whole Brexit thing. And people are like, oh, they're going to their bunkers, they're going to their dump. No, man, like, there's not. We either work it out or we don't. There's no safe place. Yeah, I'm just wondering why. Well, I'm looking at this actual thing right here. And in the 5 or 6 years that I've been telling everybody what I know and the truth, all my predictions are hitting like ding, 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 ding. Like, we're here and I'm looking at this. And I still got, sections out of here going, look at our robots. Like, have you even, I don't know, civilization transition. It's a thing, man. And I've been talking about it for, 30 years. It's a thing. And you can keep it off like this magic wall that is keeping the majority of this moisture out of UK. You can continue to manipulate it for a while, but you're still playing whack-a-mole. And if you don't come up with logical solutions and adaptations, we're all fucked. So yeah, to try and figure out like, okay, how are we going to adapt and advance to this while selling people the old oil system, the old, we're fighting each other with sticks and handguns system. Oh, and by the way, every single American owes your government $200,000 when you're born, and when you're 18, you have to figure out a way to make either $20,000 to $25,000 a year, or you will be homeless, which is, like, in my mind, almost worse than prison. It's just as bad. And so, yeah, I don't know. And I haven't been normal since Puerto Rico, since I watched us lose 5,000 Americans. And know that, at the moment, we haven't changed much, which is depressing. Because once the supply lines break down, there ain't no going back. Nobody wants a fucking Mad Max scenario, man. And if somebody does, those people definitely shouldn't be in power. Yeah, I'm worried about it, though. I think we're going to pull it out at the end of the day. I don't know. But then, a lot of times I get a lot of power vibes out of Australia. Because if the media or even the YouTube videos are getting you like, here's where all the evidence is, don't look there. Anyway, and so there's been a lot of power shit going on in Australia, but it almost feels like it's boomeranged back. We're like, no man and no group can control the elements like water. No human being has I am pure enough to control water. Really, dude? You think you can tell Neptune what the fuck to do? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there are dudes who, they get away with that shit. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what the fuck everyone's doing. It's now late February. Oh, okay, I'm going to take a break to look at the comments, but check this shit out. Is my audio fucking sucky? I hope not. Oh yeah. Okay, is anybody even here? I bet there's at least 10 people. I'm just going to play you a random assortment of clips. Are you ready for it? Whoa. I don't know what I'm going to see here. Good, no comments about my audio. Okay, so this person here we go. I don't know what these clips are, but I bet they'll be interesting.
In our time, there is no greater danger than ignorance.
Nearly 5,000 World War IIs, ready to be unleashed at a moment's notice.
There is no way of being ahead anymore. The United States and the Soviet Union are like two men standing in a basement up to their waists in gasoline. One of them's got 9 matches and the other's got 10 matches. And it's absurd to say that one is ahead of the other or safe.
But before we make judgments about the policies of our nation or other nations, it's important to have an understanding of the processes that are at the core of so much controversy, or MAD, for mutual assured destruction.
Others, like me, thought maybe this time there'd been a mistake and this was the end of the world.
Zero. We've been hit.
Why have you already given the alert signal to all the bases?
Well, because...
Now, we'll be quiet. That is a military secret.
Yes, sir.
The public must know about that ship.
The Earth is in danger. The Earth is in desperate danger.
They fear that temptation and greed will win out over good sense. The weapons of mass destruction maintained by nations in such numbers that many people believe our civilization is now at risk. A meltdown results when a reactor's cooling system fails. The uncooled...
Did you hear that? If we lose our cool, everything melts down. And I couldn't agree more. If we lose our cool to balance out the passion and the greed and the machismo bravado, we will melt down from top to bottom. Simple physics, man.
Reactor core melts into a 2,900-degree mass of radioactive mud that cuts its way through the plant and into the earth below. It is important to learn enough about the issues to be able to agree or disagree with political leaders. For when we tap the nucleus of an atom, we unleash the most potent forces in the universe. And we...
Wait, my laughing screwed up. Listen to what the dude says.
For when we tap the nucleus of an atom, we unleash the most potent forces in the universe. And we must prove ourselves equal to the task of dealing with them intelligently.
This very ancient culture is already beginning to grapple with the most urgent problems of the future.
And who is to decide whether they will remain simple family men or the triggers of Armageddon? America, Russia, China, the United Nations? For the greatest danger seems to me that the technology of the unthinkable war will grow so strong and subtle as to acquire a momentum all its own. It is quite possible that as a byproduct of research on these weapons, our city...
Okay, let me tell you something. I'll remind you again, I make my living nowadays through contributions and donations to my PayPal. At least some of them come to me, so that's good. But I want to say, in the 6 years of Thor News, Google demonetized me like 6 weeks ago, a week before I lost my car. And then I was all sad. I was upset. I got demonetized just because it was just like working for the shittiest boss of all time. And then second, I lost my car. What was my point? Oh yeah, the fastest way in 6 years I found out, if any video that I made talking about how we have to avoid World War III or peace on Earth instantly was demonetized. Like nothing would demonetize my video faster than an anti-war video. That is so true, man. So I was just thinking about, like, I've been working on a version of this video for forever. Like, what do I put in the title? But it doesn't matter now. I'm demonetized. I'm just saying that, like, literally the one thing that is least advertiser friendly is peace. Like, literally. Like, how fucking simple do you need it, man? That's all I'm asking. But we are talking about mutually assured destruction, which is the thing of the grand transition. And there's this thing here, Reagan's talking about our weapon systems are out of date. Well, yeah, you know, they're up to date, though. And so you got, like, if you have 30 gangs, you have the ability to destroy all of Earth. Well, that's like a 30-person Mexican standoff. That's where we're at. And I still can't believe we're this far, you know? Okay.
Cities might obtain all the power and clean power that they'll ever need, probing the mysteries of technological war.
So yeah, you know, these videos are from the 60s, the 50s, the 70s. I highly recommend everybody pull them off archive.org. And they're talking about, like, well, one of the good things is by investing trillions of dollars into technology and war machines, we'll figure out a way to come up with free energy for everybody. And it's like, no, they figured out a way to sell you 1880s oil in 2020. That's what they spent all the money on. But yeah, the technology's out there. We all know that.
And here, in the looking glass itself, is a battle staff. And since a man might need a snack to sustain him even through Armageddon, there is one steward. Now remember that this is an area of last resort. This is the holy of unholies, the red box. Each man is responsible for watching the other. If one of them breaks down, it's the other's duty to shoot him.
But history can mislead us.
This building is here because a lot of people wouldn't give up.
Danger, hostile places, hostile critics, repeated failures. Still, they kept trying.
I'm so good. I hadn't seen this one in a while. I mean, it's still rough, but man, I'm so good at what I do. That's why I don't feel like I compete with anyone. Just because I'm so good at doing what I do. I started writing screenplays when I was 13, so understanding 3-act structure and weaving a good narrative and then trying to master excellent dialogue that ends in either epiphanies or laughter, yeah, that's how I got here. Plus, I love a great kiss from a beautiful woman. You gotta earn that shit. She was like magic. Which I guess I ran out of it at the end of 2017. Here we go.
The whole world's gone crazy if you ask me. We don't know where they're heading any of the time. That's the crazy part of it. No, I mean tonight. We just don't stomach a bunch of hooligans trying to tear down what we gave our lives to build. And you know something? Then what do they offer instead? We thought of only building something. And these people think of only what they can destroy. And again, I say, what do they offer in its place? Well, they say, in order to build a better world, you got to destroy this one. And that's one of the things they say you think makes sense. Look,
if we're going to have any kind of a meaningful dialogue here, then I can't let you just spell out a mouthful like that and go away and leave it, okay?
Right on.
And what makes you think you can disassociate your property rights from human rights anyway? Well, as you can see, words breed guns and more guns, and retaliatory guns, and bombs, and killing. All part of this freedom of filth. Filthy language no decent person would speak. Filthy books and magazines no decent person would read. And filthy movies and stage shows no decent person would sit through. All of this filth. To what purpose?
Fast buck, I suppose.
No, that's not the purpose. That's the lure.
Lure?
Sure. But the single, all-out, deadly purpose is the destruction of this country. See, our enemies, headed and masterminded, they found out that they can't destroy us from without until first they weaken us from within.
Boom.
I would say it was a pretty safe bet that the one magic wish most people would like to be granted would be to be able to see into the future. I mean, think what it would mean. Backing the right horse. But we can't.
That's not true, dude. A lot of my predictions have come true. Okay, great.
We have to guess about tomorrow, and we have to act on that guess, and it's never been any different.
Okay, let's say it was different, and I say, hey, we all got to learn to work together to make a better world. And then if we did that, things would be great. Wait, what?
And that's why, following the trail from the past up to the emergence of the modern technology that surrounds us in our daily lives and affects our lives, is rather like a detective story.
Yeah, so y'all got lucky tonight. If anybody is out there watching this, I'm dropping some super cool knowledge on you tonight. You're welcome. PayPal links in the information box. I don't like reminding you, but it's necessary. Okay, great. Here we go. This guy's cool. And trust me, there's a surprise or 3 in here for you.
Because at no time in the past did anybody who had anything to do with the business of inventing or changing things ever know what the full effects of his actions would be.
Okay, but that part right there is really cool. If you like to learn stuff, it's an interesting thing to ponder in this moment of what is the plan.
The emergence of the modern technology that surrounds us in our daily lives and affects our lives is rather like a detective story. Because at no time in the past did anybody who had anything to do with the business of inventing or changing things ever know what the full effects of his actions would be. He just went ahead and did what he did for his own reasons, like we do. That's how change comes about. And it's like a detective story because if you follow the trail from the past up to a modern man-made object, the story is full of sudden twists and false clues and guesswork, and you never know where the story is heading until the very last minute. And it starts with a subject dear to most people's hearts: money, after the chaos and confusion of the so-called Dark Ages. Now, fortunately, all this seriousness was tinged with some of the peculiar insanity of the period, dropping empty champagne bottles on the gaping peasants below, and returning to Earth to announce their engagement. Cats and dogs and geese and ducks and sheep and 200-pound ladies to observe their effect on the weather, and vice versa. Well, Thor, Wilson, I've established a relationship between radiation and cloud, and that's good enough for me, so he dropped his work on the cloud chamber and went happily back to meteorology. And what he didn't realize was that inside that cloud chamber, he had triggered a scientific time bomb. Over the next few years, Wilson, the magic cloud maker, got really turned on by really bad weather, and in particular thunderstorms, and in very particular, the situations where things got really spectacularly bad.
The world's most powerful laser. This process is called a nuclear chain reaction. For a chain reaction to occur, a minimal amount of fissionable material must be present. Otherwise, the neutrons simply escape. This minimum is called the critical mass. It is far easier to control the reaction and release the energy very slowly. And there is little hope of having a working fusion reactor completed in this century. Such reactors could offer great benefits, especially since the only fuel they'll need is seawater.
Did you hear that? Like 50 years ago, they were telling you, oh yeah, there's no way we're going to find this cool invention that would be free for everybody. Like if we figure out how to turn the waves of the ocean into energy, no, we won't be able to invent that. Probably not in this next century. You know? Science, hashtag that motherfucking shit.
It will be years before we have all the answers.
So yeah, that was video one. Okay. Now, does it freak out? Because I don't even know, the second one's probably not going to be as good. But I'm going to get myself in trouble. I just have a gift folder called Ladies. I wonder what is in it. Wait. Yeah, and so we've entered the full moon Pisces energy. And I don't know, Pisces is real floaty and dreamy kind of thing. And I was thinking about, because I know the truth community gets freaked out by beautiful women all the time. And so, but I was thinking, if there was the best thing I can think of to describe the Pisces energy is kind of like the actual voice of Selena Gomez and Ariana Grande. I don't give a fuck what your theory's on. Whatever. I'm saying like the literal voice. They have two of the best voices like on the planet. And the voices make sounds like vibration and frequency. You know? And so the best Pisces energy descriptor is definitely like and like I said, I don't know, it was just a gift file called Women. I have no idea what we're going to see. Probably offensive and outrageous shit. And but I'm saying the energy that's in the air, there's definitely this siren-y, goddess-like, where you can hear the love and the romance in the air, and the fire and ice relationship between man and women, and I don't know. And so that's very dangerous. Seems like the most dangerous thing for me in the world is always women. Oh no, that was big boobs. Those are no longer legal, and like we could. I'm sorry for any kid's life. Merry Christmas. For any kid's life I've ruined, I'm sorry. If you've never seen big boobs in a bra before, I'm sorry that Thor News is a place that you found out Santa Claus is real, and it's a pair of boobs. Yeah, a pair of boobs. It's like Santa Claus every day. Little or big, because nipples are, the cherry on top. Okay, here we go. And I don't know what this is. Probably not edited well. Might not be interesting. But, you can leave any time. This is an open classroom. So, yeah, on Saturday nights, Now I pull a bunch of old movies and I watch them for like 10, 12 hours and I edit them. It's fun practice. It's called driving Thorny's Theater. 2 minutes of doom clock. This is way too slow for my normal editing style. Actually, while I'm just fucking around, I got so many of these that I just tinker with. Oh, here's one that I've been working on forever. I care. Oh, yeah. Oh, I haven't put a lot of visuals in it. I care about planet Venus. I'm fascinated by planet Venus. It was JFK's favorite planet, and nobody talks about Venus.
Venus is a planet that guards its secrets well.
I think probably some of the greatest real conspiracies of all time center around planet Venus. While Mars is hogging the headlines, Japan's Akatsuki probe is still returning intriguing details about Earth's wayward twin. And look at it. It is colorful, vibrant, filled with life, reminiscent of Earth. I mean, the very first photographs NASA took of Venus in the 60s, it looked exactly like Earth.
We still know little about its surface or atmosphere, but that mystery still tugs us heavenwards to explore and discover.
So, space agencies are weird. All of them. And it's not just NASA, they're all weird. They all operate from the same modus operandi. I think I said that wrong. You would think we would have a lot to learn by studying our sister planet. Things are weird. Everything is always so weird. All right, so it is our sister planet. This brought to us by Corey S. Powell. As your planetary defense commander, I find it indefensible that we don't have a satellite around Venus so we can watch its weather changes from the outside, if it is as volatile on the inside as they say it is. And so when this posted, I was absolutely, utterly fascinated. If you do want to continue to help... All right. There's the part I hate. Okay. Yeah, Venus is cool, man. All right, back to the shit. Dear me, I hope it gets better than this soon.
Even without fusion reactors, nuclear fusion as the driving force behind the world's arsenal of nuclear weapons has become a major... They believe that nations will be so afraid of the possible effects of a nuclear war, they'll avoid any war at all costs.
Shit, I'm in the wrong one. I think it was called Go. What did I call it? I don't know. I got so many downlines. Okay, wait. Boom. Give me a moment, please. You see, this is why in alternate universe, it's great that I have a wonderful, awesome, loyal girlfriend who's just as smart as I am. Because she was way better at streamlining and categorizing than I am. Where did it go? Is it here? Maybe it is. Oh, is this a depressing one?
Aftershocks are rattling Alaskans and their nerves. There have been more than 7,800 aftershocks since the 7.0 magnitude quake that happened at the end of November. More than a dozen of the aftershocks have been 4.5 magnitude or stronger. Experts say the shaking could continue for months.
2018 was the fourth warmest year on record, but it's the fourth year in a row we've had record warm temperatures across the globe.
There was no shortage of wild weather in 2018. Hence, that make it almost impossible for people to evacuate if there's a fire. These fires are becoming more and more destructive every year. In previous decades, now we're getting multiple 100,000 acre or more fires at a time. The fire season is lasting much longer. It's really year-round, 78 days longer than it was 40 years ago. And it really isn't very good.
Rescue operations are underway after a river of debris tore through southeastern Brazil. Now, the debris was unleashed during a mining dam collapse in the state of Minas Gerais on Friday. Now, just take a look at the path of destruction that it carved. Train cars, trees, even parts of buildings were bobbing around in all of that muck. Mining dams either contain water or potentially hazardous mining byproducts.
A giant sinkhole. It opened up near Los Angeles Wednesday night. Neighbors said it sounded like an earthquake, and this thing is pretty big, too. About 20 feet by 80 feet.
After a mining dam collapse in Brazil, you can see it's a terrible, terrible scene, just bobbing around in all of that muck.
A shocking sight in Canada. Dozens of stranded seals have been spotted all over a small town in northern Newfoundland. They're blocking traffic and people's doorways and driveways. Experts believe the seals got stranded when a nearby bay froze over. They think the seals got disoriented and moved inland instead of toward open water. In Canada, it's against the law to interfere with marine animals, so the seals are pretty much just lying all over town. Residents fear they'll starve to death if something isn't done soon.
I mean, he literally just plucks this thing out of the water with his bare hands, and it was huge, 2 feet tall with a 4-foot wingspan. So he ended up calling the DNR. They said
the same volcano that destroyed parts of Hawaii's Big Island has also made it more beautiful. Kilauea began its epic eruption this past spring that destroyed hundreds of homes. But the Big Island is now bouncing back, and now there's even more to explore. Lava flows created several new black sand beaches. The largest one is at the Isaac Hale Beach Park. Kilauea also created 4 new thermal pools at the park. Now, visitors aren't allowed to wade in it just yet, but that isn't stopping them from showing up by the hundreds. Hopefully, Hawaii's new look will help it recoup some of the tourist dollars the volcano cost it. Experts think they found the cause of a worldwide seismic event. In early November, waves have been linked to large shifts in the Earth's mass. Now, scientists determined that these mystery waves originated in the Indian Ocean and believe that magma draining from an underwater volcano could have sent the seismic wave. Low-frequency waves sped around the globe.
Sorry for the editing, not usual stuff, because this is all
baffling.
Should I have in all these files? I got so much. Oh, wait. But I still didn't find out what I was looking for. What the hell's find one?
Look at the...
This one is... This is incomplete. I don't know, but I know this is so sad, but it makes me laugh. Here we go.
Look at the cute little puppy dog eyes on that sea lion. Well, you better be careful because...
You never know what you're gonna get, man. It's like box of chocolates. Yeah, except at some point I want to talk about women. It only gets me in trouble.
This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents. All right, this is a Thor News warning. At the end of the world.
I thought maybe you were still waiting for something good to happen. Oh, no.
The world is not the same as it was.
Are monarch butterflies on the brink of extinction? The extinction of several bird species will make spring a little more silent this year.
A silent extinction. That's how giraffe experts describe what's happening to some subspecies.
We may be at a tipping point of accelerated ice melt. If the entire Greenland ice sheet melted, it would result in a global sea level rise of over 20 feet.
Volcanoes melt shit. I don't know if you knew that. Okay. Wait. Okay, so I still haven't found what I was looking for. I should get better at labeling stuff. No, it's not totes weather. It's not volcanoes, not montage. Oh, montage is pretty cool, though. Wait.
Time now for a check on the weather and...
Those are bubbles.
God, I love bubbles. And women. Especially women in snow clothes.
We're going to see if this works.
It's funny.
Yeah, it works, guys. It works. Oh my God, Mom.
It's probably one of my favorite videos in a while. It's so cute.
Real field temperatures colder than 40 below out here. Very, very dangerous
Not gonna work.
This is extreme meteorologist Reed Timmer at the Buffalo, New York waterfront with extreme blizzard conditions happening. Whiteout conditions, very dangerous textbook blizzard conditions as these winds are streaming off of Lake Erie into the Buffalo area.
I'm taping the ice phenomenon on the Cedar River in Gladwin, Michigan, right in the bend of the river.
Yeah, a bunch of cool shit. But tell them, find what I'm looking for. I hope you people have been good in chat. I was deaf. This is the stereo ahead high one camera. And right now it's really boring. Ooh, activity. More activity. Back to boring. I'm gonna speed this shit up. There we go. There's that filament that popped off. I was like, hey, I felt that. And I checked the cameras. One singular sensation. Every little step I take. Win a date with Thor News or Game of Thrones. Dudes can apply, but I don't think you're gonna win. From this angle and circumstance, man, I gotta get my funny back. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't think I went to Harry Potter books. You know, I worked at a bookstore at the time. Book party 5, 6, and 7, and I can't believe there's such minimal fanfare for Game of Thrones. That's the best show of all time. And it's like less than 2 weeks away. And so, it'd be nice to have somebody's hand to hold during those brand new episodes. Where'd I put the damn thing I'm looking for?
Pay attention.
Okay. Man, did I screw the stack up or what? Doom. Crap. I'm gonna have to find it. I don't want to waste your time. Like Jimi Hendrix said, I'll give it back to you one of these days. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Where is? Okay, let's just go to Mega Flood 2. I'm pretty sure the majority of all this information stands. I don't know what these people are gonna say though.
During the overnight hours, Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning, we'll see snow and ice making a rapid return to the mid-Atlantic states. And then farther to the south, snow will transition to an icy mix.
Snow. Montreal's been getting pounded with snow over the last month. They're going to get even more
over the course of this week. But there may be a couple bullseyes. This area to the northwest of Washington and Baltimore, there may be 3 to 6 inches of snow because the moisture is going to move in there pretty fast and pretty heavily.
Boom. Boom.
That's where we're going to see the heaviest rain develop. These rounds of heavy rain are going to be on and off. Are going to get bouts of heavy rain.
Get used to this soggy, dreary view out your window throughout the southeast.
And more storminess arrives later in the week. But we'll see rounds of rain both early and late in the week.
An unbelievable amount of snow that we've had, especially in the Sierra.
Anywhere throughout the southeast, you're going to see conditions like this. Now, when you look at the position of our jet stream, along with this area of high pressure, it's going to send a lot of moisture into the southeast through Friday. So that's a lot of rain for this area to handle. Flooding is going to be a threat. And remember, don't cross a flooded road. Instead, turn around and find a different route.
Watch as this pickup truck fishtails all over the road before doing a 180, bringing traffic to a halt.
So the Midwest into the Northeast looking at more winter weather woe.
This is a city that is not used to this kind of snow.
We don't have the infrastructure to really support this.
But this is like otherworldly.
And I mean, we're not prepared for it at all. That's an SUV completely buried.
It just snowed and snowed and the power went out. So that's what we're dealing with now.
Let's take a look at Tuesday's scenario. There's a front stall down here along the Gulf Coast. Next storm system gathering in Texas. That will ride northeastward. It is going to be windy and cool. And we are looking at heavy rain and thunderstorms. It's like the worst of it's coming here Tuesday into Wednesday as heavy rain and thunderstorms move up towards Tennessee Valley. Maybe even a few severe storms in parts of the South. But we're not done because the front will just settle down to the Gulf states. Another low pressure heads northeastward later in the week. And here we go again. The threat for more heavy rain and thunderstorms, which will lead to more flooding.
Look at all of these cars lined up in the eastbound lanes of I-80. Placer County Sheriff Department shared this video and is asking people to avoid traveling to the Sierra unless they absolutely have to. Many of these folks are headed to areas that have picked up 6 to 9 feet of snow in the past several days, and areas where lots of vehicles are getting stuck. And guess what, folks? In the days to come, we have more snow that's coming in. Isn't one of them? Watch this car. It's taking a curve at this intersection and boom, hits the other car. Not a good situation. There are some situations which are more dangerous than others. Now, taking a curve, that's one of those danger zones. But look at this. Boom. This is an intersection. Stop lights, stop signs. Those are all hot spots for accidents. There's that car. It's going to be going, boom, off the road. So the best thing to do when it comes to wintry weather is certainly slow down and really watch, too, for the places where accidents are most likely to happen. We've had a lot of snow in the west recently, including here in the Sierras, and we've got more snow that's going to be moving in here. Plus, now watch how it moves into the plains as we go into Tuesday. Rain on the southern end, continuing to slide into the northeast on Wednesday. Now behind this system, we have another one coming in. And then look at the northwest. We'll find another system dropping down here across California, across the Sierras, moving once again into the very dry southwest. And guess what? We have more snow on the way. And I'll call this round number 1.
Pretty cool stuff. It's more of the same. Here's a look at the Bermuda High. This is the culprit, and it is pumping in all this moisture. So rounds of heavy rain from the mid-Mississippi Valley through the Ohio Valley. That's where we're going to see the heaviest rain develop. These rounds of heavy rain are going to be on and off. Are going to get bouts of heavy rain and also some severe weather possible. So some gusty winds developing along the Gulf. We're going to see that back through the Ozarks as well.
Keep going. Keep going. This is waiting in the wings later on Tuesday into Wednesday, and then back to that other unusual feature, and that goes against normal expectations.
Hello there.
plenty of winter storms yet to come across North America. We really are stuck in repeat mode at the moment. At the same time, we've got another storm pushing into the Pacific Northwest, and that will bring yet more rain close to the coast, but snow further inland.
Yeah, so like I say, of the things that I'm happy for the Astonishers, I'm happy for Asteroid Fight Club, and I'm happy for Weather Twitter / the whole weather team. Like all the people who love weather. I'm just like, this is what the weather is, and we try to keep everybody informed, but put it in entertaining and honest ways. That whole team is, I think, probably one of the best functioning teams right now. You know, not counting, motivated by more than profit, because we can help people, and we do help people, and we save lives. It's kind of, I'm not comparing us to firefighters, because they go into the fire, and they're had to give anybody like medals and parties and parades. It would be the first responders of Earth, because of all the videos I've watched, especially like if we kick on over to, man, that full moon, Virgo, energy feels good. When I woke up, I had like holograms, fucking Taylor and Selena and Ariana and Emma and Amelia and Rosario and like X-Men outfits walking around my apartment. And you might be like, did that really happen? I'm like, well, dude, I'm a screenwriter and I got imagination. So yes, it did. And so, you know, for the first 45 minutes, hour and a half, that energy was fantastic. And then like real life people started showing up on the internet. I was like, oh no. And now we're here. Okay. But this is the shit. What am I talking about? Oh, yeah. A, I love animals, and animals love me. B, we got to get better at everything. Okay, great. This one's not edited very much, because I've been trying to do a video about how like 75% of like all like the animals are getting fucking wiped out, and we ain't doing nothing. And so there's so many stories, but in a lot of these stories, let me mute that. You know, the first responders, to watch all the people that go in and save animals together, everybody's always happy when they save animals that like got stuck in the lake, or a cat got stuck in a dam, and just there's tons of. But to watch people, and they do it with humans too, but there's an extra level of happiness. Like if they save a horse out of like here, this whole thing, a cat walks out, and a cat walked out on the lake and got stuck. And so, and this is when this guy got a Thor news, silver blue star for this. So
Dusty, go get the cat. I can't do it.
You guys, get the canoe.
Well, the cat got stuck in the lake.
Sorry, you ain't gonna do it either. You make it one step and you're.
So the cat's here and it's just
that poor
stuck in
thing.
frozen lake.
Go. Go get in the house.
Oh my God.
Are you going or not, Dari? Can I get through this ice, Dusty? Yes. How strong is the ice? Dari, the cat's breaking it. Hurry. How cold is it?
Just go.
It's fucking cold, man.
Dari.
Get a towel. Go get a towel.
Where's Dad's boat? It's not enough time, is it?
You not going?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Go, Dari, go.
Come on, Dari, you got this.
Go. Get him.
Oh, that poor cat. Oh my gosh.
Keep going, Dari.
Oh my gosh. Dari, you got this. Oh, that poor cat. It knows.
You can touch the bottom out there, ain't it? Yeah. Dari, break the other shore.
Oh my gosh, Dari. Oh, poor thing.
Hey, drive around. Take mine. Go.
They're driving around to get you, Dari. They're coming.
Hey, Dari, get out of the water.
Get out of the water, Dari.
You all right?
you see the cat? It's so scared. It's just,
Oh my gosh, the ice is breaking even more.
they're just, as if you could see, if you've been watching, I got hours of this edited or semi-edited, all the stories to put together. And there's so many incidents of where the first responders will go in and get, there was a one where a cat fell down a giant dam. The first responder had to go down with a helicopter, their dogs, horses, cat, like this one. And this is Australia, where, you know, they went in to go save this Dalmatian. And yeah, it is a natural, as planets go around and our planet changes, it's a natural processing of some animals not being able to adapt. I guess that's an analogy, unfortunately, but like not making it. But since it's probably gone on for trillions of years, like the Mayan calendar says, there's some that adapt and some that don't. And so we're smart enough, and we're at the point of technology where we can all adapt together. The animal, like the new cities we build can be our ark. The designed to last 1,000 years. If we choose to share the abundance of ideas and imagination and working together. And so if there are heroes, and I gotta say that out of watching this 90% of the time, 85% of the time, firefighters, 80%, you know, especially firefighters, like a lot of them are men, and there are a lot of good guys out there, and they don't get the credit, the treatment, because it's one thing for teachers to give their lives, but like all the wildfires we've seen and the major floods, the people who will go in and save other people's lives under very dangerous situations, those people are heroes. Instead of, you know, and so one of the stories is about when this crocodile, like, they had to shoot 1,200 camels in Australia because they were dying of thirst. And that my mind is visual, and it's like Mother Nature and even the animals and the animal spirits are like crying out to the whole planet. Like, it's the point of this whole full moon video, if it's even still going live to more than 10 people. Like, what the fuck is the plan? Did you guys really all go to college and church just to get to 2019 and say, oh my God, we're all going to fail? You know, the witches from negative 5,000 years ago said we're all going to fail and we're all just going to die. Like, it's written. We just got to fail. We got stuck in the fucking 80s forever. While we complain about everything, like complain about politics, like, holy shit, like there has to be a concentrated effort to work together to make things better. And that I believe that there are all the people out there to pull off what we need to pull off as far as fixing things and adapting. But during the digital age, they don't have any say. That peace does not sell. Yeah, I guess, is it coming? Was it WTF? Dang it. That was the first one. Okay, so yeah, it's good to talk to you guys. Is anybody still here? If I said any dumb shit, I apologize. I'm doing the very best I can with the hand I've been dealt. And I do not seek to harm anyone or anything in my desire to make a better world together. But yeah, I get frustrated because I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. And if your theory is, we're all gonna die, everything's just gonna get worse, then that is all I need to know from you. You know, like, I get better at stuff. I still, if I live 30 more years, I got a lot of skills I can master. And so I'm going to do the best I can in our situation. Okay. And here the other day, whoa, that's me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at, I believe, total
Sundog. Right in front of my apartment. It's like the second one I've seen
full on
in the last month. Sundog.
rainbow ring.
I've seen the sky before. I'm 47.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
That's a badass rainbow ring.
A full-on, beautiful rainbow ring.
I ain't never seen
the sun
stuff
has been playful.
I've seen the sun doing the
I
last
think
month.
she's happy.
In my whole life.
And she's leveled up.
She's definitely leveled up.
Sort of like me. And hopefully you.
Sundog. Is anybody still here? But hey, thanks for civilization still standing. There's a lot of people. Whoa. How many people are in the room? What up, y'all? Because there's some days where I don't want to deal with any angry people's energy. You know, that's all I'm saying. Anytime you step on the stage, somebody's going to like buzz you. Buzz. And I'm going to say something stupid like, why can't I get a fucking hug? And somebody's going to get upset. But definitely the sun is badass. And I need to go outside more in the spring and the summer. 70. Sweet. If we were all in the same room, I would feel a lot of pressure to provide excellent refreshments. I'd probably be like Miller High Life, and then just straight up Kool-Aid grape, the green kind and the orange. A, because well-made Kool-Aid is delicious. And then B, the people who still have a little cynicist in them, I guess, could make Jim Jones jokes, which I would guess would segue into the weird cult that killed themselves when the comet came around, you know? Like that was always like the unspoken elephant in the room during Ison. Like, yeah, how crazy was it? What year was that even? 99, 2000, where a bunch of people were like, yeah, we got a great idea. We're going to commit suicide when this comet comes around so we can hop on that comet. And I was like, well, okay, I prefer to ride hay rides and horses than women. You know, for their betterment and Jedi training or whatever we're talking about. Yeah, okay. Double up sweet hands to you too. So yeah, that full moon energy is crazy, and I haven't seen her. The sky has been covered in clouds here in Houston, Texas. Like covered. That's another thing I'm angry about. Like, if I did have to make a point today, the point would be, oh yeah, guys, the volcano in Mexico, Popocatépetl, has been going off for like a month. I don't mean like pure lava, 1,000-foot pops every day, you know. If it's a man, then you could probably best do like 2.5 a day, with that saving energy for everything else. But like steam and venting and activity has been going on nonstop for a month. And then the Gulf of Mexico coast has been very foggy. And I can confirm that shit. Like maybe, and somebody might be like, they're leaving fog chemtrails, bro. I'm like, no, dude. It is that volcano area, range, that's active. And the ocean around there is acting kind of crazy too. So yeah, that's what a wall's a dumbass idea. Like shit, you gotta build new cities and safe places. Like the Genghis Khan, Berlin walls. That is backwards thinking, bro. Your planetary defense commander and a guy who wants to have a good life and a good future. Eventually find 1 to 3 wives. Can someone point out to me that a lot of the guys in the Bible have multiple wives? And I'm saying if it was best for defense, for I have like an Air Force wife, I guess 4 National Guard and Marines, and Wait, anyway, we can figure that out later. What was it talking about? Oh, yeah, sundogs. And the Virgo Pisces full energy moon has us here. And so, shit is crazy. And the sun just had coronal mass ejection filament pop off, I do believe. Yep. Bang. And so things are weird. And hurricane season is right around the corner, or it's technically here. This definitely looks like hurricane season to me. And I, Planetary Defense Commander Star-Lord New Thor 7. And that, if you want to have your Planet X theory, sure, that looks like Planet X. Or Brown Dwarf, Red Dwarf. But outer space is a wild pantheon. And something keeps it all together, and apparently has kept it together a very long time. So I don't think it's like the atmosphere is going to collapse tomorrow. Who knows? We'll find out if the Martians have learned anything. And please, don't let that comment start a whole new war. Okay, so yeah, that is the pressure system, and this is why I'm saying technically I think hurricane season is here. And it even gets down to the dumbass classification system of the danger of a particular situation. You know, and so I'm just using that word in terms of millibar lows, rain potential, and wind speed. So yeah, that is monster. Like, somebody alert Chris Pratt and Chris Pine and Chris Evans and the guy from Less Than Zero, Iron Man. Tell them all hands on deck, because that's the greatest fucking hurricane I've ever seen. I'm sorry I used the F word. Both Batman and Captain America would probably be disappointed. Be like, we can do without the cussing. And I'd be like, that's what your mom said. And then social media villains or good guys would come after me. What? Those look like boobs. Oh my God. Those look like really big Jessica Nigiri boobs. You can, I guess the booty. Sweet. Uh-oh. What's that though? All right. Yay. Creepiness provided by me and Mother Nature working together. That kind of looks like a heart. There's your ocean, and technically this is precipitable water. Rain willing to participate in interatmospheric interplay of the weather and severe weather variety. And shit has been wet. Okay, dial it up. Looks like a two-headed baby monster. Or a dragon, if that's the mouth. Who knows? Or a dog. Look, there's doggy head, doggy paws, and the doggy tail. Dogs are awesome. But yeah, so the magic shield from, I guess, Excalibur has protected Europe and from this giant thingy where it's up here and it's here at the same time. It's like a dragon. Oh, let me go back to, boom, that thing. I'll try and find better images of it, because it's definitely the thing that I would talk about that was going on in the Pacific Ocean that I've been obsessed with for like a year and a half. It looks like it's now partially transferred into the Atlantic, which is like 7 alarm bells going off at once in a defensive protection planning. And yeah, this whole straight line is going on from Hawaii, because there's so many mysteries going on, and a lot of them have to do with the ocean. And so you got your ring of fire here. So it's like if Earth was facing forward, that would make this the nose. Wait, what? Okay, so the brain's in here, the ring of fire, and that's where most of the volcanoes are, right? You follow me? Johnny, or Jan, or Jane. Definitely Jane. Unless she's mad. Then she can go play in the garden, or go on a hike, or read a book, or take a bath. Okay. Oh, so the straight line here. So this is, Hawaii's like a volcano. So it's like this giant ring, and then one big Olympus Mons here. Uh-oh. Did I use wrong words? Here we go. So this straight action, kind of curvy, going up to Alaska, into the Ring of Fire. This is definitely interesting. Is there expansion going on? Probably. How slow will its roll be? We're going to find out now, aren't we? But I definitely have been, Earth's like a snow globe. And our economic and political society is based on like a weird risk system and monopoly. But part of the game is to pump out as much bad information about people you can possible. And that's lame. So it's like bring comedy back and rock and roll. Here we go. So yeah, it's hurricane season, or whatever you want to call it, like super cyclone season. Should we all vote on this? Will this be a democracy of terminology? Because the oceans are lit like firecrackers. Like a bunch of bottle rockets on a string. Bottle Rocket was a movie made by Wes Anderson, I think. I liked it. And it definitely increased the amount of times I go, caw, caw, in my life than if I'd never seen the movie. What is going on there? Let's check the planets. Doom. But, you know what I want to do? I want to re-up my World of Warcraft account. And then join a realm. Probably where my main is Paladin. And then we can kind of hang out and play there every once in a while. Definitely on like Friday nights or whatever. I also have a rogue and a mage. And I like to do 5-mans, 10-mans, and AB for PvP. Arena's weird. And as a paladin, in arena you gotta stand around and heal while people are killing you. And so arena's not a whole lot of fun for me. Okay. But look at the formation of our planet. It's like sides. You like fire and ice. An ocean in the middle. Mercury and Venus. This is so amazing. And romantic. But if you try and line that shit up with the balls on our planet, yep, it's about the same amount of balls, bro. But different. And so, just more evidence that the actual place of the planets and their planetary angular orbital momentum matters. And Sundog E, Aurora E, magic is a good sign. Can you imagine us working together as one badass solar system? That'd be amazing. That'd be so much fun. It'd be like Mount Olympus in full bloom. Oh yeah. But who knows? Earth 2019 is a cliffhanger. And that is definitely solar activity. You can check your Thor News app at home. Oh, what was that? That must look like I'm gonna be scared of a nap. Although I'm sure they're great. Okay, but that's definitely solar activity. This is a solar flare. I don't know. But I definitely see mass that is ejecting. Game of Thrones in, I don't know, 50 days, some shit. I'm excited. But I'm trying not to get my hopes up. What are you doing? Okay. That's when I should probably end it. But thank you guys for being here. Should I come back? I don't even know. Go level up on knowledge. Okay, great idea. But the only thing is, right now, we got to learn how to work together as a team. So it's like kindergarten, getting all the kindergartners to hold hands in a single file line and take a step forward together. So, like, we got all that, like I said, knowledge. We got knowledge on how to live and survive and exist in the old world. But the old world is going out at, like, Back to the Future paces, it feels, where things are dissolving, changing, that clinging to old systems, especially for just the profit or anything other than like universal balance and justice. And we're talking about the animals. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I guess then pick your team. Team love or team other. Dun dun dun. Crazy. Crazy. But that's how the story goes. So yeah, I don't know what you guys can do. I'm a plan to get better and try and stay cool. Boom, boom, boom. That's a bad guy. Oh no. He's got one eye. He kind of looks like Homer Simpson though. Like zombie Homer Simpson. So, in a way it's scary, in a way it's not. But I think Homer and Marge had a great relationship. Oh, I would wish to be so lucky. Have such a great wife as Marge and great kids. Like Bart and Lisa and Maggie. That would be like a dream to me. To be as cool as Homer Simpson and have as much fun and laughs. That'd be great. Okay. I love you guys. You guys are cool. So, class is dismissed. And enjoy your homework. And your homework is just to get cooler and be nicer and be funnier. Make somebody laugh. Okay? Team love. We are all in this together. Smoking if you got them. And definitely I'm pro legalization of marijuana on a federal level and a world level. It would probably help lessen the pharmaceutical dominance that may or may not be good for our mental and physical health. But it definitely is not fair in our pocketbooks. Look at that thing, though. That's crazy. You know, I don't know. That'd be a cool world. And then rock, roll, and comedy come back. I mean, we got to put work in to build all this new awesome stuff, but I think it'll be fun. And, 50 Days Find a Date for Game of Thrones. And all you ladies that have been visiting my dreams, thank you. Y'all are awesome. Hopefully I'll meet you guys in life someday. Because real life is cool, and analog women are 10,000 times better than digital women. No disrespect, digital women. Okie dokie. You guys stay cool. God bless everyone. Peace out. Yay. Man, this energy is crazy.